Hey, Caitlin! Can you make us some there?
Nike just dropped a 42-second Caitlin Clark ad, and it's blowing up. Millions of views, headlines everywhere, hype is through the roof. But while the internet is losing its mind over Clark's signature shoes, A'ja Wilson is on the other side of the spotlight. Frustrated, overlooked, and watching as the rookie sensation dominates not just the court, but the sneaker game too. And trust me, she's not taking it lightly. Do you think Nike finally figured out who their biggest star is? And what does this mean for A'ja Wilson? Well, Nike finally released Caitlin Clark's first solo commercial since she joined the WNBA, and the results are everything you would expect from the face of the WNBA. This move from Nike isn't just another brand collab. It feels like a loud, clear message that maybe, just maybe, they finally realized they were putting their money behind the wrong face of the league all along. And if you're an A'ja Wilson fan, this one's gotta sting.
Here with you guys today, Nike finally delivers.
Nike released A'ja Wilson's signature shoe, the Nike A1, on May 6, 2025, with the pink aura colorway as the initial launch. The initial shoe release did really well, and it was reported that it sold out after 5 minutes. Resale prices on platforms like eBay and StockX ranged from $230 to $300, more than double the $110 retail price, indicating a very strong aftermarket demand. At the beginning, it was everything A'ja Wilson had dreamed of. The pink aura colorway flew off the shelves in under 5 minutes. A huge moment not just for her career, but for women's basketball as a whole. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Nike didn't just slap A'ja Wilson's name on a shoe and call it a day. They went all in. They spent 2 full years working closely with her to bring the Nike A1 to life. It wasn't rushed. They gave her a full VIP experience. A'ja had full creative control, handpicking the materials, shaping the design, and making sure the shoe told her story. She got her own custom logos. Hidden messages were tucked into the details. The pink aura colorway, that wasn't just for show. It meant something. Every stitch, every curve of that sneaker was intentional.
What's up, everybody? This is A'ja Wilson from the Las Vegas Aces. Clearly, I had too much fun at my jersey retirement party, but I'm here to dive into the A1. Man, it feels pretty surreal to know that I am a Nike signature athlete and I have my first shoe, the A1.
Right. Show your eyes. Show your eyes. For a moment, she was the face of WNBA merchandising, the league's biggest selling point. Interviews poured in. Fans were rocking her shoes courtside, but then things started to shift. The buzz cooled, sales dipped, social media chatter quieted, and just when the spotlight began to fade, Nike unveiled a flashy new commercial. This time, not for A'ja, but for Caitlin Clark. Suddenly, the narrative changed. Clark's shoe campaign came with a tidal wave of hype, influencer backing, and a viral online response that instantly overshadowed everything the A1 had going for it. What was once A'ja's moment now felt like it was being handed to someone else and fast. The craziest part was that Nike did not even release a custom-made Caitlin Clark shoe, just a special edition of the Kobe 5 Protro PE in Midnight Navy, Bright Crimson, and University Gold, featuring Caitlin in the commercial, yet the hype was off the charts. The 40-second commercial for the new kicks dropped on Monday, June 29th, via Nike Basketball's X account. And within minutes, it spread like wildfire across YouTube and Instagram. The ad opens with Caitlin Clark lacing up her sneakers, calm, focused, and locked in. But just as she pulls tight on the laces, the camera zooms in on her eyes. In a blink, they shift, slit, and glowing yellow. It's a blink and you miss it shot, but it hits hard, a tribute to Kobe Bryant's iconic Black Mamba persona.
And she knows how her privilege has gotten her to that point, and also like she's good at basketball, obviously. But like she understands her privilege.
And clearly, the world was watching, because the shoes were completely sold out on Nike's website in under a minute. Yes, under a minute. It was a moment that clearly sent a message. Caitlin Clark isn't just moving the needle. She is the needle. Then, just as expected, secondary markets immediately lit up with resale prices going up from $300 all the way to $600. A staggering leap from the original price, which was 190s at the time of the launch. Ever since its entry to the market, A'ja Wilson's shoes have sat untouched on the shelf, slowly making their way towards the clearance section. Before Caitlyn's arrival, Nike tried everything to make A'ja Wilson their next big star. They handed her a $20 million per year contract and helped paint her underdog story with brilliant ads. But the sad truth for A'ja is that you cannot force what Clark naturally brings to the table. From the very start of her WNBA career in her rookie season, Caitlin Clark signed a massive $28 million endorsement deal with Nike. A move that raised more than a few eyebrows. WNBA veterans and legends wondered why a newcomer was handed such a huge contract before she had even proven herself in the league. But the second Clark laced up those Nikes and hit the court, all that noise faded. Her presence, her game, and the instant surge in ticket sales and viewership said it all. She wasn't just a rookie, she was a phenomenon. And in that moment, Nike's gamble didn't look like a risk. It looked like a power move. While Nike tried to spoon-feed A'ja Wilson as much as they could, Clark was already making waves, right from her college days. She generated a whopping $82 million in economic for the city of Iowa. The 23-year-old kid only needs a basketball and a hoop to moat waves. But Nike was too busy ticking their social justice boxes to recognize raw talent when it was right in front of them. Even former Nike basketball marketing head Jordan Rogers went public to drag Nike, telling them they almost let their golden goose slip away. Their stock sank to a 5-year low while they were busy trying to build what was not there in A'ja Wilson, instead of focusing their attention earlier on the real moneymaker, Caitlin Clark.
From a very young age to just block out the noise and always dream big and believe that I can do anything I want to do. My name's Caitlin Clark, and I'm a point guard. What's amazing about women's basketball is that we bring it all to the court. We bring that emotion, we bring that fire. That's how I've always played the game, and I think that's what makes it so fun.
Wilson needs full-blown campaigns, photo shoots, influencer rollouts, and PR tours just to move the needle. Meanwhile, Clark drops a single photo, and suddenly there's a virtual stampede of people lining up to get what she's wearing. And you know what is really eating A'ja alive? Nike has finally admitted to their mistake and is now on Clark's case like a hawk. There is no doubt that Wilson's resume looks extremely shiny on paper, but Clark is the one with the insane gravitational pull. The funniest part of everything is that unlike A'ja Wilson and her top dog attitude, Caitlin Clark does not really care much about being in the spotlight. Just like during the post-game media availability after Caitlin hit her first triple-double in the WNBA against the Atlanta Dream, her humility peaked, and Aaliyah Boston was present to tease her about it. That's pretty cool, Caitlin, and that's exactly what makes this entire situation so wild. Clark isn't out here begging for attention, she's not demanding the league bend to her. She just shows up, performs, and leaves jaws on the floor. Meanwhile, Nike can't keep its shoes on the shelves, social media can't stop talking about her, and fans, they're showing up in record numbers. So when A'ja Wilson, who had the full Nike rollout, the glitzy promo campaigns, the brand partnerships, the press tours, watches, all of this unfold, from the sidelines, it stings. Not just because Clark's shoes are outperforming hers by a mile, but because Caitlin didn't even try to make it happen. That's what's got A'ja pissed. Not just the numbers, not just the hype, but the fact that the league's newest superstar is casually outshining everyone without even needing to flex. We have seen A'ja Wilson talk down on Caitlin Clark in the past and play the racist card. During a chat at the 2024 NCAA Women's Final Four, she made a comment about how Caitlin Clark's white privilege has given her an advantage. So now, imagine how Wilson must feel. Watching from the sidelines as the player she once dismissed becomes the face of not just the WNBA, but Nike's entire women's basketball line. And with talks of a full Clark signature series already swirling, it would be a mistake to call this a social rivalry. Caitlin Clark has completely taken over the game. If Aja was fuming before, this latest twist might just send her completely over the edge. This Nike war between Aja Wilson and Caitlin Clark is very much like what is currently happening in the WNBA. Ever since Caitlin injured her groin in that game against the Seattle Storm, things have completely crashed. It is almost as if nobody cares about women's basketball except when Caitlin Clark is on the court. Just to see how bad it is. The combined viewership for 3 games this week is still lower than Caitlin Clark's worst viewership this season. Los Angeles Sparks vs. Chicago Sky, featuring Clark's supposed rival Angel Reese and other stars like Kelsey Plum and Haley Van Lith, managed to pull in an underwhelming 40,000 viewers. It gets even worse with the Los Angeles Sparks vs. Minnesota Lynx, featuring other big names like Kelsey Plum again and Nafisa Collier, who some people argue is the best player in the league, only managed to pull in 20,000 viewers. Nafisa Collier genuinely plays beautiful basketball, but as we can see, it does not translate to high viewership. And then we get to the Connecticut Sun and Aja Wilson's Las Vegas Aces, pulling a disappointing 100,000 viewers. If you add all these games together, it totals to 560,000 viewers across all 3 games. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's lowest viewership this season stands at 580,000 viewers. It is ridiculous. And it was about time for Nike to finally realize this and give Caitlin Clark the VIP treatment she very much deserves.